Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa. Thanks for joining us for another week on Explore Tulsa. We're glad you joined us.
It's been a great week in Tulsa with incredible weather, lots of graduations, and Memorial Day weekend is finally here.
And that sounds like the perfect time to unplug and go feed the chickens, and the horses, and the guineas, and all the animals at a little farm right here in Broken Arrow.
Even when life doesn't turn out the way we plan sometimes, giving to others is often the best way to cope. And we found a lady who has learned to give back in a very unique way for our first story.
I grew up on the Hominy side of Cleveland, which was in Osage County, and got to live way out in the middle of nowhere and enjoy rural life. Well, my parents were divorced, so every other weekend we hit the farm down in DP, Oklahoma. We got to go see Aunt Anna and Uncle Bobby, and they were true farmers. The cows, the big, huge barn, the hay, walking out, taking field trips to the creek and gathering flowers. Kids and animals were Mr. James's #1 thing. Oh my goodness, he loved the kids. We met in the middle of nowhere in a creek and fell in love. It was my Prince Charming in the middle of Spring Creek in Peggs, Oklahoma, literally. And we got married a couple of years later and brought all the kids together, the beautiful blended family, and here we go. And James was always thinking outside the box. He was the smartest man I've ever known. And he came in one day, babe, I got this idea. I said, you're always taking your animals to school and you're always sharing them and you always got something in the truck with you, and off you go. He goes, I got this idea. It was the Traveling Barnyard. I said, what? Oh, that sounds like fun. I mean, this doesn't sound like a job. And he goes, why don't we get you a truck and trailer and you can share all your animals, and when you retire, there you go. You can keep going and take your animals and do birthday parties and school site visits. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this not the best of both worlds? Getting to share our love for animals and then getting to do it with kids. My favorite stops are always kind of the inner city program with the kids. To be there and hear a child say, well, no, what's that? Oh, that's a turkey. What's that? That's a rooster. Sometimes I hear, I've never seen a horse before. I've never seen a turkey before. I've never held a baby duck before. Oh my gosh, just to see their faces light up, and what an experience. I want kids to experience that, even if it's only for an hour or two at a school. They get to experience how I grew up. And a lot of kids don't get to do that, especially this day and age. Farming, agriculture, working cows, it's just becoming just such a lost art, if you will, just a lost way of life. And to see the kids just love on them and kind of relax and let their problems go away for a little while, it's one of the neatest therapy ever. That's what you need sometimes. You need to sit and go, okay, I can get through this storm. And one of my #1 rules at the little farm is be like the birds, sing after the storm. We were in an inner city situation, and a little girl had a stuffed bunny. And we had a little corral set up with bunnies, and so he was sitting in there letting them see the bunnies. And she comes over, she was real nervous and scared. She goes, will you hold my bunny? He's like, well, I sure will. He's sitting there with the stuffed bunny on his lap the whole hour, taking good care of it. She brings a blankie over, covers up her bunny. Yeah, I passed away a couple years ago, so we got to do it 8 years together, and this is our 10th year to have the barnyard going. That's where the rule came up at the little farm. Be like the birds, sing after the storm. And that little rule and my faith got me through. I am so thankful for the animals in the grief process, because it's therapy of the animals that got me through. They get you through therapy in a way that others don't. They just listen. Sometimes that's what kids need, is a good listener and someone just soft. We're not going to get hurt. We're just getting some quiet time. They get to love on something that they've never seen or got to touch or feel before, and that's the whole purpose. You know, it's my business, yeah, it's how I make a living, but to be able to share and bless those kids for the first time, oh my gosh, it's so heartwarming, the biggest blessing to me to get to do that. It's not a job, it's not a job. I get to go play and have fun.
A few acres of pure joy and a beautiful heart that loves to give. What could be better?
If you want a chance to experience the animals for yourself, go to the Traveling Barnyard on Facebook and connect with Carmen. She'll be happy to bring all the animals to you.
After we take a short break, we're coming back to give you a suggestion if some of the animals at your house need a little care from time to time when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
At Video Revolution, the future is now. Behold the beauty of the new Sony 4K High Dynamic Range TV. A true view display producing real-world clarity and brilliant colors with Triluminous X1 technology. Step into the future for yourself at Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
As we get older, our metabolism slows down. Here's a tip to fire up your metabolism that works every time.
Americans are pretty much in a fed state all of the time.
Which makes the digestion system work continuously, bogging it down with a never-ending supply of grain and sugar.
Healthy metabolism eventually screeches to a halt.
And to reverse this, intentionally put your body in a non-fed state on a regular basis and let the body repair itself and even burn off fat.
A great way to do this is through intermittent fasting. Eat dinner at a regular time, say around 6 p.m. and then wait to eat your next meal at noon the next day.
Now we recommend you do this 1 to 2 times per week. For more information about this and much more, visit sherwoodwellness.tv.
It's summertime, school is almost out, and it's time to start spending time on the road with family and friends. But if cats are part of your family and will be staying home, well, that can be a problem.
Turns out they really don't like being completely alone for extended time. So if caring for your four-legged companions means caring for them while you're gone for business or pleasure, then we found someone who understands completely and has built a residence away from home for your feline friends.
What can I say? My friends say I change careers every 10 years, and they don't understand why I'm still here after, 16 years? We moved here from California in 2001, and I had always had cats, but we moved here because of family reasons. And in my previous life as an architect, I traveled a lot, and it was always a problem finding a place for them. And there was only one place I found in California that I liked the setup, where animals could run loose and not be in tiny little cages. And so that's what I wanted to do. So I used my background as an architect to design the house and kennel all combined. And it works, and it's somewhat unique, I think. My background as an architect, I knew to be aware of zoning, and that's why I'm located where I am, because this type of facility could not be in a normal residential zone. And as a matter of fact, even to be out here, I went before the Creek County Planning Commission to make sure it was legal. It allows me to have a commercial boarding facility combined with my home, because some places are residential, some are commercial, and it's unusual to have them together. And that was my concept. Well, I refer to it as a bed and breakfast, which it truly is because it's part of my home. And I wanted it to be convenient for people. I didn't want it to be an 8 to 5 operation, because when I traveled, it was very inconvenient to arrive home at 6 o'clock on Friday night and have to wait till Monday morning to get my cats and pay 2 extra nights of boarding. So I wanted it convenient for me and convenient for the customer. So that part works. The other part was that I did not want cats confined in cages because they're not happy. And I wanted them to have the freedom that they have at home. They can choose to stay in their cage if they like, but I open them up during the day and they can go and come as, look out windows, climb cat trees and do everything. I've tried to make it so that families of cats can stay together. That's the concept of the larger unit, so 3 or 4 from the same family can stay together. Here's the remarkable thing. They know their space. And so when they first come, I lock them up for maybe the first day. And after that, they know that's their space and their safe space, and so they'll go to it. And the other funny thing is that if they've been here before and they've had a certain unit, when they come back, they're very offended if I've rented it to somebody else. Sometimes I think I'm getting old, but I love it. So I'm here as long as people have cats and need a friendly place for them. Actually, I've seen some other places come and go, and I'm still here. So I guess I'm doing something right.
Now I have a cat, and that looks like a great place to let Tina stay on while I go on vacation. I love that she gets her own space if she wants it, but can totally just hang out in the sun too, just like home.
Camille is a special person, and their own home is filled with personal pets and rescue kitties, so this is more than just a business, it's a lifestyle. Find them at Camille'sCathouse.com. Tell her Explore Tulsa sent you.
We're taking a break, but coming right back with a whole new way to save a bunch of money and give to your favorite charity when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
When I listen to music, I close my eyes and it takes me away. Anytime we bring a new speaker into the studio, we tune the speaker for the room. Every room sounds different, and every environment that the speaker goes into affects the sound of the speakers. Now you can do the same thing at home that we do in the studio. I can think of no better feeling than to close your eyes and disappear into the music.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Okay, it's time to save some money. Thanks for joining us again for another segment on Explore Tulsa.
Now, Austin, do you remember those little coupon books that they used to have when we were in school? The fundraiser books that offered discounts if you remembered to carry the book around with you? Well, we found a guy who has figured out a new way to offer fantastic deals to all the stuff we buy every day, and he made it convenient.
Plus, a donation is made to a charity when you sign up for your pass. Pretty cool idea.
My wife and I are lifelong marketers. Obviously, my side of radio did that for over 20 years. My wife was actually head of marketing for Walmart. A lot of those wholesale clubs will actually sell memberships so that you can actually buy a membership so you can go inside those buildings and get promotional offers or save money or whatever. So what we thought was, let's take that same idea to where people will buy a membership or a season pass to the city, so then you can get offers or discounts for everything that's going on in the city, where you shop, where you eat, where you get your entertainment, your roofer, your plumber, your air conditioning, big ticket items, your haircut, your massages, your divorce attorney, well, whatever it may be that you need. So then we decided, okay, we can either do that or let's become a fundraising arm. So let's try to help schools, let's try to help charities, nonprofits, let's try to help churches actually raise money. So that we actually, every season pass that's purchased, we actually donate 25% back to that organization. So they are the ones that's going out and they're actually selling. So that kind of came in with those old, remember those old cards that you can end up getting that would end up having like 10 or 12 businesses on it, or those old entertainment books or whichever. So let's take that same idea and evolve it to the digital age.
I'm familiar with the idea of a fundraising card. I have kids, so I have purchased those cards. So this one is completely different, being able to do that digitally and access many more merchants or vendors in ways that won't necessarily expire. You don't have to carry around this little card and then lose it and forget about it, or you go buy your drink at whatever soda shop and then you forgot to use your card and you didn't get your benefit and you already paid your $40 to support your kid's school, but you never actually used your coupon. So I think this one's different. It's more exciting and just a lot more opportunity.
We wanted to set up an ecosystem that it's free for businesses to participate, no catch to that, it is actually free, and they can change their offer whenever they want. It's free for the charities or the schools or the churches to be able to participate, and then any season passes purchased, we donate 25% back. And then for the families, they literally could save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year because they bought a season pass to the city that with a promo code from any of these organizations, it's only $40 for an entire year.
I didn't expect what came out of it to come out of it, but he is so passionate about charities that's what I needed, because I'm very passionate about charities.
With Great Clips, it was very passionate for them to help represent and help support the Children's Miracle Network.
I think giving back to the communities is the responsible thing for people to do. I don't think there's enough of it in the world.
And so when I sat down with Jim Hoffaker to discuss this particular idea, and they loved it, they wanted to be a part of this. And then I mentioned to him, is there a charity you would like to support? He's like, oh, absolutely, I want to. How do we do that? And so they actually have their own promo code where you use the promo code Great Clips in the checkout. Then every time that Great Clips comes in, or that season pass is purchased with that promo code, then I will donate 25% back to the Children's Miracle Network the next month.
Great Clips is one of our corporate partners through Children's Miracle Network. Most corporate partners have a short one-time campaign. For example, right now, the month of May, Costco is having their campaign for CMN. So in theory, every time you check out, that cashier should ask you, would you like to donate? Some partners have year-long campaigns where they like to ask their customers to round up their change. So a partnership like this is actually really cool, where you're engaging people through a really unique opportunity, through the pass, through the membership. So you're engaging a corporate partner, but also a customer all at the same time.
So we believe it's better to give than receive. So we want to help as many businesses as possible, help support if they want to, whatever their charity or school, whichever it is. We feel very humbled of exactly what, that is starting to actually happen. There's a lot of, I can see that there's going to be a lot of good out of this, and for us, that's exactly what we've wanted to do, and so we feel very honored just to be a small part of it.
I need a pass to the city. That's a great idea, and we wish them all the success as they build a database.
And free for companies to sign up as providers too. That sounds like a win-win.
We love Tulsans who are entrepreneurs, and we love telling you about them. Our thanks to Billy and Jim and Casey for giving us all the scoop.
When we come back from a break, we meet a Tulsa family that has been a part of life for tens and thousands of you. So don't go far, we're coming right back.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Sony and Video Revolution take you there, from space travel to world championships. Tomorrow's technology today. 4K smart TVs and the largest flat screens available. Now more than ever, you have the best seat in the world when history is made. Video Revolution. On the northwest corner, 71st and Lewis.
It's summer, Trish. We've said that a couple of times now, and school is out for some and almost for others.
And with summer comes swimming and swim lessons. And there's no other name more associated with teaching kids to swim in Tulsa than Miller and Miller Swim School.
I was 3 years old jumping in off the diving board, and parents would just scream, "Get that child," thinking I didn't know how to swim. And of course I knew how to swim very well at a very early age because I lived in the water all the time. My family has been doing these swim lessons for 58 years. When my parents started it in 1960, and actually they kind of started it, if you want to say, the year before, but we just go ahead and give that year up. And so we've been doing it for a full 58 years. So my mom and dad are both educators. They both took swimming in college, and in our neighborhood there was a pool, and they said, you know, let's manage that pool, and that can earn us some extra summer money. Well, because he's a coach by nature, obviously, he starts correcting everybody and starts saying, these kids don't know how to swim, we need to fix that. And so he and my mom both worked on that together, and it started growing and growing as far as more kids they were getting such success that more children kept coming over to the pool and wanting to have some lessons. And so then it just built from there to the point where we had to rent out junior high and high school pools. We've rented various schools throughout the Tulsa area and did that for 35 years. It grew and grew and grew to where we had around 8,000 kids a summer. We have such a passion for swimming and for safety for children. And for adults, it's something that could be prevented, completely prevented. Drownings could be, and it's most generally because people haven't been educated about swimming. People a lot of times think they could swim, but they really can't. They get out there, we have people come for lifeguard classes and students that come for lifeguarding, and they say, I'll ask them first thing before they get in because I'm just curious, have you ever had swim lessons? No, my parents just took me to the pool or whatever. Well, they're the ones that usually can't pass the lifeguard class because they haven't learned formal swim lessons. They haven't learned how to do the stroke properly. So as far as trying to save another person, I would never put that person in jeopardy to try to have to save another person if they can't swim properly themselves. 35 years we taught those 2-week lessons just during the summer, and then we built this facility because we didn't like to see the children go for a whole year without having swim experience, because that's where they lose it. You don't do soccer, you don't do piano, you don't do anything in a 2-week period of time and say, okay, I'm done, or even in a 2-month period of time and say, I'm done, I'm proficient now. And if you were, then boy, I'd speak every foreign language. So people think that just because summertime is when most people swim, that's the only time they need swim lessons. But they actually, to build on top of what they've learned each summer, they were losing it from summer to summer. For 35 years, we watched them lose it, and we'd have to spend a whole first week of their lessons coming the next summer, regaining what they learned last summer that they forgot, and then we only had a week left to teach them. And so what we did was build this year-round facility, which was really unheard of at the time. Not many people ever had a year-round facility where you teach swimming lessons going year-round. We're members of the United States Swim School Association, and when we went, they couldn't believe how many students we had. And it's because of our passion. We have such a passion. My mom and dad instilled that in us, and we have a strong work ethic, and we really, really want to make everybody a safe swimmer. And if that is what we can do in the Tulsa area, then that's what we desire. So that's the wonderful thing about having this family atmosphere, is I don't think people really understand how much of a family we really are. And we treat all of our people like family. Yes, it's a business, and yes, we are here and we have to pay for this building and we have to pay for our staff, but we really feel like everybody that comes here is an extension of our family. And we want them to know that this is like Miller family. And so every time I talk to our people in our rooms, our customers in our rooms, I always say thank you for being a part of our family, because we really truly feel that way.
While we were there, we saw the 4th generation sleeping in Grandma's office while Mom was busy in her office. So I think Miller will be a part of swimming in Tulsa for a long time yet.
Certainly a family affair, and to think it all started as a part-time summer gig for a couple of teachers way back. More of that unique Tulsa spirit.
That's awesome to see, Austin, and we'll perhaps catch up to them down the road as they continue to expand and grow. Explore Tulsa is taking a break to feature some of our sponsors for a moment, but we'll be right back to wrap things up for this week.
Take charge of your health. We are what we put into our bodies.
We approach medicine from a unique standpoint. Rather than treating only the symptoms of an illness, we work to find the root cause and promote wellness of the entire body.
Our clinic offers complete assessment and treatment programs, including hormone replacement therapy, osteopathic manipulative therapy, and genetic DNA testing. It all starts with a medical evaluation.
Contact us today to begin your path to wellness.
The box stores have come and gone, but Video Revolution is 35 years strong. Come see why. Video Revolution is the largest independent consumer electronics store in the region. For 35 years, we continue to have low prices and high customer service. Top brands like Sony, Samsung, LG, Yamaha, Sonos, Klipsch, and many more. Better than box stores in so many ways. Come experience the difference. The Video Revolution difference on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Donna Broyer with Donna's Fashions here in Tulsa, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, that's our show for this week, and we want to thank you for spending your time with us.
We couldn't do this without our sponsors, so we take a moment to say thanks to Drs. Michelle and Mark Sherwood at Functional Medical Institute, where whole body wellness begins with just one visit.
And to Dr. Zellner & Associates, Tulsa's best eye care value, and still home with a $99 deal.
And to Video Revolution, where you will find all your home and office technology solutions on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Don't forget that over 1,600 of our videos are on YouTube, the Explore Tulsa channel. That's a great place to go and do a little exploring on your own.
We do 4 stories a week, 52 weeks a year, so we are always looking for interesting segments. If you know of someone we should talk to, connect with us. Email us or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to hear from you.
That's all for now. We'll see you next time right here on Explore Tulsa.